Fulham Football Club och Grimsby Town. För nästan på dagen, exakt 15 år sedan, möttes de på Craven Cottage i den engelska andra ligan och faktiskt i svensk television. Jag har satt på kommentatorsplatsen där i London och sparade så småningom det här matchprogrammet som jag tänkte att vi skulle ta avstamp ur i det här Fredagsmagasinet @Wenström. Fulham, just nu en av alla klubbar som på något sätt försöker ta sig tillbaka men som är en bra bit ifrån. En bit ner i andra ligan fortfarande, The Championship. Grimsby Town, vad hände med dem? Den gamla stryktipskupongklassikern. Ja faktiskt, de är inte längre i det reguljära seriesystemet. De 4 divisionerna med Premier League, The Championship, League 1 och League 2. De är ungefär på plats 100 i hela det engelska seriesystemet, i 5:e divisionen. Så kan det gå när en klubb börjar rasa och det inte går att stoppa fallet. Och det är det vi belyser i det här programmet. Det är alltså inte mer än 15 år sedan Grimsby Town var i tv-ljuset. Det här är Fredagsmagasinet som handlar om klubbarna som kommer tillbaka, eller de som inte gör det. För alla gör inte det. Hör om drömmarna som krossas av verkligheten. Hör om de moderna supersatsningarna i klubbledningar utan vidare förankring. Och den matchen som de går mot fansen. De som fortfarande har en hel del av de gamla idealen kvar. Som faktiskt, när det gäller det, växer sig allt starkare i den tron, i den tanken ute på läktarna, i supporterleden. Vi tar Queens Park Rangers i det här avsnittet som ett färskt och relativt misskött exempel. Sist i Premier League i våras, nu i mittenskiktet av den där Championship-serien. Där så många vill mycket mer än vad de lyckas åstadkomma med. Hoops, så kallas de ju, Queens Park Rangers, måste välja och hitta en väg tillbaka. Frågan är till vad? Om det är tillbaka till toppen eller tillbaka till rötterna. Det beror på vem man frågar. Och vi frågar några stycken under den här fredagsäventyret som tar sin början ute i västra London. Mycket välkomna till Fredag @Wenström om det faktum att alla inte kommer tillbaka. Alla vill inte ens tillbaka. Det är fredagkväll i förorten ute vid Griffin Park, arenan som är speciell med en pub i varje hörn. Om alla är öppna har jag inte riktigt kollat, men det är ett härligt drag och det sjuder av liv och optimism och entusiasm inför den här kvällsmatchen. Det är ett hett Väst-London-derby som väntar mellan Brentford och Queens Park Rangers och det är mitt i tabellen. Ja, det är det. Men det är ändå högtempererat. För de möts igen för första gången på 11 år. Brentford med 3 raka segrar och en klubb som bär på en dröm om att kunna ta steget upp till den allra högsta nivån för första gången. QPR, jojo-lag de senaste säsongerna, har börjat lappa ihop ekonomin något sånär i alla fall och hoppas på ett återtåg, en tillbakagång till den högsta serien än en gång. Det var 130 miljoner i förlust senaste bokslutet. Och det är bra, ska ni veta. För förra gången, före det, då var det över 800 miljoner kronor back. Det är för att försöka hålla den finansiella fair play i schack som de gör en rejäl sanering, en städning med Tony Fernandes fortfarande som huvudägare och ordförande. Mot snacket kring Queens Park Rangers som ett exempel på en klubb som har fallit ur men som försöker ta sig tillbaka. Och här finns Graham, Jack och Steve, Hoop fans.
Oh yeah, we're Hoops, lifelong Hoops, and he's following in the trait there, yeah. So with long time since we've been to Brentford, so we've come here and see what we can put on a performance tonight.
So how desperate are you for the Premiership?
Well, I want to go up because you get 96 million. even if
And you get a share of it.
Yeah. Just hope if Ramsey spends his money wisely.
How much is it a money thing for QPR as a club, do you think?
At the moment, I think it's quite a lot. I think it's quite a lot now, isn't it, for money?
Yeah,
we've obviously got some problems there. Cash is everything. Cash is king. But I don't think we're as bad as some the press make out. There's still a long way to go. If we can finish in the playoffs, we've been there. We'll do it again. We'll enjoy the day out at Wembley, and we'll do it that way if we have to.
Is it really more fun on the highest level in the Premiership?
Me personally, no. I love the Championship. I think the Championship is real grassroots football to enjoy. The Premiership, can't say I enjoyed many games last season. It's very negative, unless you're in that top four and you've got the money behind you. Otherwise, it's a big struggle. So I'm quite happy that if we don't go up, it's not the end of the world. It's still QPR. It's still my club.
Do you agree, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do?
I like the Championship better because you can beat anyone.
You win more games here, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
So, what about the future for QPR? What do you see?
Hopefully the playoffs this year and push for Wembley and Premiership next year.
Sounds good. And on a long-term basis?
Well, it'd be nice to stay in the Premiership rather than go up and down all the time. If we finish mid-table in the Premiership, that'd do us.
Do you like the club, the way it runs?
Yeah, I think the chairman's come in for some good and bad press over the last few years, but he's come in, he's took the ownership on, and I think you've got to get behind him, and the fans have really got to support him. He's not going to please everybody, but I think he's proved that he's prepared to put his money in and invest it to the best of his ability. So yeah, I see a lot more of a future from the last 6 months and how we're going, and I hope we can spend our money wisely to give us a firm footing. And if the new ground comes, that'd be fantastic. But
more wisely than before, then.
Yeah, we haven't learned. We didn't learn in 2 years, so we've got to learn. We've got 3 years. 3 years to sort it out. But yeah, we haven't learned, and we didn't learn second year. We've got a third chance here to get in the playoffs and maybe do the job this time and get it right.
Ett fredagsbesök i vimlet kring en mittenmatch i den engelska andra ligan. Det är allt ifrån lite avslagen puböl i plastglas ute på gatan till de uppumpade drömmarna om fotbollstitlar i klubbarnas styrelserum. Queens Park Rangers, ett utmärkt exempel på allt det där, och hela fotbolls-Englands stora bekymmer just nu. Att göra bra fotboll av alla pengar och ändå behålla banden med fansen. Ett sjukt mått på hur välmående England är. I hela Europa var det 3 klubbar som drog in mer tv-pengar än Premier Leagues sämsta klubb förra säsongen. Bara Barcelona, Real Madrid och Juventus tjänade mer tv-pengar utanför England jämfört med vad Queens Park Rangers gjorde. Och till nästa säsong har Premier League ökat den dealen med drygt 70%. Queens Park Rangers som ett exempel på en klubb som absolut inte får rasa längre ner, som försöker få ihop bitarna, ekonomin och försöka ta sig uppåt igen. Här är 3 stycken Pauls som har en oberoende fansorganisation. Hi Paul!
Hi there.
Hi
The 3 Pauls.
How's life as a QPR fan?
Up and down. And at the moment, this season started well. We went to the end of the transfer window. We kept our players. Expectations were raised, and then we pretty much lost every game since then.
Mm-hmm. I think the main thing about this season really is about stability. I think toxic years in the last few seasons, it's just a bit of stability, keep the club in the Championship, and build on for next year. And youth has got to be the answer.
It's all about identity. Identity is everything. The thing is, we've come in the Premier League and we got battered. We lost 80% of games. It wasn't that much fun. Stay in the Championship, consolidate, then move up when we can actually give it a right go and actually do what the club should do. Get a new training ground. Stop all this nonsense of buying in players who are massively paid for delivering rubbish. Get rid of them and just deliver local players. Develop the youth and actually give it a go by using the correct means. We've tried cheating, which is spending loads of money. It doesn't work. We've now got to go back the basic routes, and that's developed QPR to what we always have been, which is a really great local team.
Do you see that new era coming?
It's got to come, because we can't keep losing the money we're losing. We lost 250 million last season. We can't keep doing that. It's madness. We've got to start investing in our youth and just believing that QPR are not going to compete with Man U and Liverpool. We've got to earn our own core first, which means youth, development, and then develop.
And that's a matter for many clubs in England.
I mean, the problem is, Paul, I've got to take issue. I don't think the club at the moment have actually learned from lessons from the past, really, to be honest with you. And we spent a lot of money this year. We have spent a lot of money, and some goods. Was it altogether about 10, 12 million we spent, which for Championship club is a big budget. Obviously, we kept Charlie Austin transfer deadline. I don't think that uncertainty helped the squad. He got injured. Luckily, the Jets stepped up, scored some goals. I mean, it'd be good tonight to see if Charlie does play on the bench, get 2 up front, and be a bit positive, more away from home. Yeah, that's all we want. I mean, personally, I've been following QPR since 1976. Yeah, right. Let's get behind the team, and nobody here wants any superstars overpaid or whatever. You know?
But let's say that your team is promoted, you're up there, and as a fan, you want money to invest once again, don't you, as a fan?
Yes, but it's got to be in the right circumstances, because what we've done over the last few years, it's all been a short-term fix. So there's been a deluge of players coming in every season, too much change, not enough. There's, as Paul said originally, there's no identity to the club, and then we just go through that cycle year after year after year, and that's what we want to come away from now.
Whose fault is it?
It's trying to make QPR something we're not. QPR was always building good scouting, good youth structure, and then we got loads of money. Someone should have sat down with the chairman and said, "You've got £250 million to spend. This is how we do it. And by the way, don't buy ageing stars; they will not help." And gone the QPR way. We beat Man U 4-1 on a squad that cost £1 million. That's the reality. We beat Arsenal 3-1 at Highbury with a squad that cost about.
You try to remember.
I
saw you.
I was there. It was just one of the sort of days. It was like a gloss. I walked out there. I remember waking up in the morning, thought, and this going by a newspaper, because the day before, and this going, did that really happen? Do you know what I mean? But them sort of days at QPR, they're legendary. Like the beating the Arsenals and Tottenhams and Chelsea's away, and Man United and Manchester City when we stayed up at Main Road and stuff like that is what QPR's about. And we was never about buying superstars on huge money with no results. Yeah, there's been lots of clubs who have done that. Yeah, I know. To be honest, I mean. Crystal Palace sent a chairman completely busted from doing exactly the same thing. So, I mean, you've got to learn from lessons from the past and learn from other teams, which we never done.
Finest Queen's Park Rangers fanzine, only £4, bargain. There's not many people here. Normally it sells really well. But,
okay, so what's the headline?
The headline, well, it's a little bit out of date now, but it's Chris Ramsey's Fulham Nightmares. It's a bit of a skit on a TV programme we have over here called Ramsey's. There's a chef called Gordon Ramsay. You might know him, Gordon Ramsay.
We know.
And he has his kitchen nightmares, but we've decided that we'd superimpose Chris Ramsey over Ramsey. It took nearly 3 minutes to come up with this, so it's okay. So
that's we in Sweden call göteborgare or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
What about the QPR today? Is that out of date, or is it a comic, or what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Anything could happen tonight, really, because it just depends which QPR turn up tonight. Hopefully, it'll be the one, not the one that was at Fulham, we're discussing here. Obviously, when we come out only once a month, it's hard to keep up to date, so we're just at the last ends of this. But hopefully, we have seen a bit of improvement in recent times, so fingers crossed that we get a result tonight.
And in general, in the future, what are your thoughts? What do you want to write on next issue?
I'd like to write that we're enjoying the football, that it's good football, and that we're progressing and going forwards as a club, as a team, because we're in transition at the moment, the team, and we're hopefully that. As I say, that we get a more positive feel as the time goes on. Nobody at QPR wants promotion this year. We want to see the club going in the right direction,
Stabilised.
Stabilised, making small steps forward, and then build a team and get a settled side, so that when we do go up next time, and hopefully there will be a next time, then we've got something to compete with. Because otherwise, we'd just be straight back down again. The Premiership's no good. We're happier here, really. To be honest. Seriously,
seems to be
it's
happy.
more enjoyable.
You seem to be happy.
Well, I'm easily pleased.
Other clubs sometimes keep falling. You're not afraid of that?
Well, I think there was a danger of that at the beginning of the season. I would like to say that probably there's a small sigh of relief that we're probably not good enough for promotion, but we're certainly too good to go down. That could be famous last words, but I think we'll be hovering sort of mid-table for most of the season, really. And I think that was most people's pre-season's expectations. Certainly with the squad we have, we shouldn't be going down. We're not a Wigan. I don't think there's much danger of us going down, but there was a slight trepidation at the start of the season that might happen, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I think we're okay. But we just want to have a good season, enjoy the football and win a few, and curse it when we lose a few. But basically, yeah, we're happy. We're easy, please.
And sell some programs. Thank you, and good luck.
Sell some fanzines. Yeah, absolutely. There's not much doing tonight because it's still early, really. But
soon they're coming.
Good
Thanks
man.
a lot.
Enjoy. Regards to everyone in Sweden, anyway. We have a big support in Scandinavia. Especially in Sweden, in Norway. Absolutely, and they're fantastic supporters. And I've never met one I didn't like yet. So thank you. And
not even now.
No. Good luck, guys. Anyway, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Och strax är vi tillbaka med fler röster ifrån västra London. Det handlar om att generellt sett inte falla för långt, att försöka ta sig tillbaka, men det är alltså inte alla som kommer tillbaka. Vi är strax tillbaka.
Håll utkik efter Unibets nya spelmagasin Av spelare för spelare, där jag, Thomas Wilbacher, och spelanalytikern Daniel Olenklint analyserar och ger de bästa spelförslagen i Europas toppligor och för all del även Champions League.
Missa inte det.
Premier League närmar sig 25 år och den engelska första liga som nystartade 92-93 har kanske blivit mer och mer ett spel om pengar än om sportsliga poäng. I vissa avseenden i alla fall mer. Manchester United vann den där premiärsäsongen. Men faktiskt, av 22 ursprungsklubbar har 11 av dem försvunnit. De finns inte med längre i den serien. Och många av dem är långt ifrån toppskiktet och har svårt att komma tillbaka ens i närheten. Grimsby Town förresten, de var inte uppe i Premier League, men ändå. De spelade ju i andra ligan för 15 år sedan i den där matchen som jag kikar på matchprogrammet kring. De spelade playoff-final i våras för att försöka ta sig upp i League 2. Mot Bristol Rovers blev det förlust på straffar. Och kvalfinalen från division 5 till division 4 i England drog 47 000 åskådare. Så det finns en fantastisk kraft fortfarande i den engelska fotbollen nerifrån, underifrån och bland publiken. Så mitt i jakten på snabba pengar och poäng så finns det väldigt mycket av insikt och tålamod hos många av supportrarna. Vi tar oss tillbaka till den där kvällen tillsammans med Queens Park Rangers för att känna av de där känslorna och den atmosfären. Tillsammans med de där 3 supportrarna som heter Paul.
You say you want to get in the Premiership, it's the place to be, but it's not if you're losing every week. So that's why we've got to build it up slowly, consolidate, and make sure that the club is going in the right direction.
Is that an old-fashioned thing coming up now for clubs in general?
You look at the Premier League now.
Back to the roots.
I mean, you look at the bottom half of the table. You probably say Bolton. I mean, so like when we went down with Bolton, they beat us 4-1 on the opening day of the season, and they got relegated. You look at the Premier League now. You got Bournemouth start to struggle. Norwich start to struggle. Like Watford done okay, but you think probably 2 out of the 3 teams who got promoted this season are definitely going to come down. Maybe all 3 might do again, and you just think the gap has now become too big between the divisions, and it's not healthy. It is definitely, and there is too many foreigners in the Premier League.
Aren't you afraid that you could be a club like Wigan Blackpool keep falling down.
No, we've got more identity than they have. No offence to them, but QPR were in the top league for 20 odd years, competing.
Does identity help you in here for 3 points?
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, we're original family members of the Premier League. It's a good question to ask your people watching. Name the original members of the Premier League. I think there's 9 of them teams that are not in the Premier League, or 11. It's actually 11 now, isn't it?
There as well, weren't they?
Sheffield, both the Sheffield clubs, and like so. You look at the original founding members of the Premier League. Some big teams. Some of them have gone and never returned.
All we want is to watch our team play. We've been through bankruptcy, we've been through mergers,
administration,
everything.
Yeah.
All we want is our team to compete, whatever league that is. But we don't want to get carried away with ourselves. Just keep it real, keep it QPR, and do what makes QPR special, which is competing, but not overstretching.
Good luck, all the 3 of you, all the R's, all the 3 poles. You usually run a podcast, don't you? So this was a streetwise podcast. Thanks for this time. Och mitt bland alla västra Londonbor, Roger och Stein från var?
Oslo, Hamar.
Ja, för att se på Leeds Blackburn, men den var ju igår och ni är här.
Ja, vi skulle på Leeds Blackburn og hadde booket billetter og alt mulig, og så ble kampen flyttet.
Tillfälliga Queens Park Rangers-fans altså?
Ja, tilfellige, ja. Jeg må jo si første fotballkortene som jeg kjøpte i 74, eller noe sånt. Det første kortet jeg dro ut, det var Clive Thomas fra Queens Park Rangers.
It was meant to be, du skal jo være her.
Some kind meant to be. Ja, han så jo ut som en sjørøver. Som alle engelske fotballspillere gjorde på 70-tallet.
Hörrni, vi har ju känsla för de här klubbarna, tippekampen och stryktipset och sådär hemifrån. Eran uppfattning om Queens Park Rangers?
Rik klubb, men som ikke helt lykkes, i hvert fall ikke de seneste årene. Litt berg- og dalbanelag, vært litt opp og nede. Men har vært litt uheldig med kjøpet sine, spør du meg da. Så det er jo en grunn til det. Men det er jo en klubb med stor interesse, også i Norge faktisk. Og en ganske stor fanskare. Så det er en klubb vi kjenner, som du sier.
De henger i dem også?
De henger i.
Ikke bare Leeds-supporteren?
Nei. Queens Park er en sånn klubb som alltid har vært der. Litt sånn nesten, men alltid på høyt nivå da. Ja.
Och rent generellt, som det här programmet handlar om, inte bara QPR utan klubbar som rasar ur och som sen inte lyckas stoppa fallet och som man vill ska vara där uppe. Har ni den känslan för QPR? Ni är så pass gamla så ni vill väl ha dem där uppe?
Ja, egentlig så synes jeg QPR, eliteserie eller Premier League, det er QPR skal være der liksom, uten at jeg har noen sånne spesielle følelser for klubben, men det kjennes riktig.
Ja, det finns de som bara försvinner.
Ja, det er det. Det er sånne døgnfluer, som det heter i Norge i hvert fall. Men det er som du sier, altså det har jo vært, QPR har jo lange tradisjoner. Så de hører hjemme i toppdivisjonene. Det synes jeg.
Släpp Leeds och bli en QPR-fan nu på heltid.
Ja, for i kveld i hvert fall. Men og så er det Leeds. Ja, og så er det litt moro med sånne klubber som Brentford også, som alltid har liksom vært nivå 3-4, og så plutselig tar et par steg opp da.
Finns de historierna också?
Ja, det er mange de historiene også. Jeg har jo flere av de faktisk. Og det er jo litt morsomt at det er også mulig for små klubber da, og i hvert fall skape noe løft i noen säsonger.
Tack för pratstunden, och nu vet ni att det är alltid bra att vara på plats den kväll matchen spelas.
Ja, helt klart.
Det är vi överens om.
Ja.
Vad säger katten?